Your career could involve protecting lives and homes. Lake Tahoe Community College is your pathway to a rewarding career in firefighting. Go to ltcc.edu/fire for more.
Hi there, welcome back. I'm glad you're with us this morning. Chris Anthony joins us now from CAL FIRE. It got busy late in the summer with some pretty crazy weather events.
It did, and you know, we know that we're going to see our largest and most damaging fires usually in September, October, but certainly things are shifting so that, you know, even into November and December we can see large fires throughout the state. And so most recently we had the Kincaid fire in Sonoma County, which would have been the largest fire closest here to Lake Tahoe, 78,000 acres. You're right, we had this really strange pattern of these very, very strong northeast winds that were coming throughout the state, resulting in a number of public safety power shutoffs for a lot of people losing their power. So it was a very unusual event, but we seem to see more of this variability in our weather, and we just have to be able to respond to that.
Right, and that Kincaid fire now at 100% containment has been for a little while, correct?
It has, yeah, for a couple days now. It burned 78,000 acres. It destroyed 374 structures, which that's still a lot of structures. I mean, if you go back to 2017 for those wine country fires, there was literally, you know, thousands of structures that were destroyed during those fires. So, but one structure is too many. You know, that's someone's home that's been lost.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, those thousands of acres equated, I remember, to 122 square miles. That is like, that kind of helped me compartmentalize what the acreage is on a little bit more, or visualize it a little bit. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a massive area. And then you also consider that the evacuations that were set up, I mean, you had, you know, nearly all of Sonoma County, 180,000 people that were evacuated during that event. Thankfully, those evacuations went very, very smoothly because people were prepared, and they had learned a lot from the previous fires. So
moving forward, I do the weather forecast. I do watch the weather. I don't see anything in the long-term forecast.
It's not looking good. You know, we're not seeing anything for at least 2 weeks, minimum. And so thankfully, I mean, the weather really has moderated. We're not seeing any large damaging fires right now. And believe it or not, we're looking at implementing managed fire right now, prescribed fire in areas that we can safely do that. So the weather is favorable for that, but certainly we would like to see some rain and snow.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll get it.
We'll get it. Eventually.
We'll get it. We just have to wait for it this year. It seemed like last winter just went out with, we got so much snow, and all of a sudden it was like it flipped off the switch and it was spring. Temperatures warmed up quickly, it got dry, and it has stayed dry. So this has already been long term.
It has, and it makes it a little bit more difficult for us to plan when the weather is so variable. I mean, it could be a drought year, it could be a very wet year. You know, both of those weather patterns have different impacts in terms of how wildfires burn throughout the state. So I mean, wildfires are really a year-round event now in California, and so, you know, all of us, including residents, have to be prepared.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. How can people get more information? You keep your Facebook page pretty well updated with tips, but anything else?
Yeah, so I would recommend people go to the Ready for Wildfire website. A lot of really great information, and then also CAL FIRE has a number of website materials also. And then locally here in Tahoe, the Tahoe Fire and Fuels team also has a number of public information handouts for people as well.
Fantastic. Chris, thank you so much for coming in today, and thank you very much for bringing this in honor of your dad. Happy Veterans Day to you and your family.
Thank you.
All right. We have more Tahoe Today coming up after this.